What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and we continue looking at our series for the top 5 landing spots for several key free agents. Today, we look at the case of Clayton Kershaw. But before we get into it, make sure if you haven't already done so, you smash that subscribe button as we continue to grow this baseball community. This will be your favorite channel covering all things baseball in 2022, so keep it locked in by hitting that red subscribe button. Let's get into it. Now, as we look at the number 5 team on my list, it is that of the Atlanta Braves. I think there's a little bit of an out of left field type of a feel about Clayton Kershaw to the Atlanta Braves. I think when you look at what Kershaw can provide the Braves, it's stability at the top of the rotation. I think that with Atlanta being a very heavy favorite for the National League East Championship again in 2022, there's going to be something that they're going to have to re-solidify, and that's an ace at the top of the rotation. Now, Kershaw isn't the same pitcher that he was several years ago, but this is still one of the very best in the game. I think for Atlanta, if they were to bring a guy like Kershaw in, this could help solidify and also balance out and even out some of their younger pitchers that are coming up. I think he can also provide a mentorship and leadership type role in that pitching staff and really solidify the Braves as a favorite in 2022 to go back to back as World Series champions. Now, as we look at the number 4 team on my list, it is that of the New York Yankees. I think the Yankees are going to need somebody to help pair with Garrett Cole. Yes, we have Luis Severino, Jordan Montgomery, Jameson Taillon, and amongst others. But when you look at what the Yankees are going to need, they're really going to need a solid and dependable 1 and 2. When you look at what the Yankees are going to be facing in terms of their rotation in 2022, there's still a lot of uncertainty. Bringing in a guy like Clayton Kershaw gives you reliability and something that you know you're going to be able to get. I don't think that Kershaw will be fazed by the bright lights of the big city in New York, as playing for the high-powered, high-octane Los Angeles Dodgers is proof enough that he can handle big stages. Now, as we look at the number 3 team on my list, it is that of the Houston Astros. I think there's a very big possibility that Clayton could go home. Pitching for the Houston Astros would give him proximity to his home in Texas, but also give him an opportunity to be on a championship caliber team and pitch with another Hall of Fame worthy pitcher in Justin Verlander. I think when you pair Verlander and Clayton Kershaw together, it would be a very, very scary 1-2 punch. Now, that brings me to the number 2 team on my list, and we remain in Texas, and it is that of the Texas Rangers. Again, a homecoming of sorts for Clayton Kershaw could be all that he needs to go back home. This, I think, could be a very smart and very well-reasoned fit for Clayton Kershaw. Going back to a Texas team that is now spending big money to try to become the favorites once again in that American League West division. Not to mention, you could also stick it to the team that cheated you out of the World Series championship in 2017. This is an opportunity for Clayton to look at the Rangers as a team that is on the precipice of something potentially great. They've already brought in Corey Seager, a former teammate of his, as well as Marcus Semien. Now, this to me isn't going to be the last move that the Rangers make, but bringing in Clayton Kershaw could really put themselves ahead of the pack heading into 2022. Now, that leaves me with the number 1 team on my list, and it is obviously that of a reunion with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think that seeing Clayton Kershaw outside of a Dodgers uniform would be very, very strange. I also think that LA has an opportunity to really give Clayton Kershaw a lifetime contract with the Dodgers. This is also an opportunity for the Dodgers to re-solidify to their fan base, hey, we're not just a one-hit wonder. We didn't just win in the shortened 2020 season. We're going back after it here in 2022 by bringing our ace back. Clayton Kershaw can pitch on the big stage. We've seen it a number of times, and going back to LA would seem like just the right fit. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on this down in the comment section below. Where is the best landing spot for Clayton Kershaw? What kind of deal will he be getting? Let me know those feelings and those thoughts down in the comment section below, and we'll discuss it further. As always, keep it locked into the entire GLMG family with the Granite Geek Show, Wee Sibs, and of course the Baseball Banter Broadcast. Keep it locked in as I continue to bring you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.